from 6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the works on it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
Well, g'day there, podcaster.
Good to bring back Ben and Liam investigation. It's been a long time since we've really dug deep on something, but there are rumours going around at the moment, like serious rumours in the paper that there's Disneyland coming to our home state of South Australia. So at the end of the podcast, we get to the bottom of that, so I'm actually looking out for that. And very shortly, you're going to be hearing from a very fascinating nudist. I didn't realise we'd have that many questions for a nudist, but I could have talked to that woman all day.
Yeah, the more we talk, the more questions arose.
Absolutely. We should do a bit where we go to the nudist club for the day. Because that's the thing, you know, you could just have microphones and it would just be us nude talking to other nudists.
You just want to find out what she looks like.
No.
Enjoy. Kyle Chalmers, the South Australian boy, our very own, is still doing well in the pool lane. He has won gold in the 100-metre freestyle, and he's done a bit of a celebration.
Yeah, he's done the old shh, just the finger over the lips going, hush, media, hush. We've had a few chats with him, and we always seem to get along well, so we're not putting ourselves in the media basket. We've always been big supporters of Kyle as well.
I remember last time we interviewed him was probably about, 6 to 8 weeks ago, and it was like a pre-recorded interview.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you were late. I think you went to the toilet.
That's right.
And so I was on the Zoom call with Kyle, just chopping it up, talking about his alligator, and then the small talk got so bad that he was an endorser for Wall, the shaver brand Wall.
Yeah.
And I saw an ad for it, and I went, I saw that Wall ad you did.
Also, a little fun fact yesterday, because we know he's learning to speak German. So we went on Google Translate to leave him a little message in German. We wrote, "Go get him, King." And then, on Instagram, when you have a comment in a different language and it says, see translation, we clicked on that and it said, "Go get her, King," which looks like it was referring to the love triangle. Yeah. So we went, delete now. And then I think we went like an Ich liebe Kyle or something, just like an easy, we love you. So
true story.
Yeah.
Hey, whether you've been craving the ocean, snow, mountains, or city lights, there are so many possibilities for you and your next trip.
Make up for missed holidays and explore more of Oz with whatif.com.
Jump online or on the What If app.
What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Ben, let's turn the keys on the forbidden folder. This is where we do all the ideas that our bosses said no to in the past, but we figure, hey, we're coming up to 3 years at Nova. We've been here long enough. We'll just do what we want,
Now, look, we are fully aware that there would be kids in the car. I reckon this one will be near the line, but I think it'll be fully fine. I think it'll be totally
it's
okay.
Too bad. I think it's interesting, but it's like not that.
Yeah.
There's been ones that are way more forbidden.
Yeah, but as the parent, you hear what it is and you'll decide.
Are you a nudist? 13 24 10 if you're a nudist. I mean, you probably don't have your phone in your pocket. So I don't know if
they're not always nude, are they?
I think they like to be. It's their main thing.
Is it they don't like clothes? Is it that thing where they don't like wearing it, so when they do get to take them off, any chance they get, they do?
Well, these are some of the questions that I would like to ask a nudist. I don't know if I've met one before. Then again, maybe I was just, talking to a secret one who was clothed and feeling really uncomfortable at the time. I personally like wearing clothes. I don't even really like being naked in the shower. I wear a wetsuit. No. I don't know. I've never been one of those people that's like, it's my house, walking around naked. Like, not really. Not for me.
Yeah, I don't just walk around naked. I would walk from the shower to the bedroom on the other side of the house. I would walk that naked.
But that's you're not gonna, make some dinner and watch a movie naked, are you?
No way.
I'd feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I suppose, and I'm not knocking it if that's your thing. Maybe that's and obviously there's spots for it. You got Maslin's Beach in Adelaide. I'm assuming there's sort of like meetups. There'd be meetups where you could sort of just go and. Do you reckon they'd have like clubs, right, where you could be a nudist, and then Wallace Cinema would put on a nude night, and then you could just go and see the new Minions: Rise of Gru in a completely nude cinema.
I wonder.
And you just have to, I don't know, bring a towel or something.
And is it all platonic? Like, surely it is. Like, surely it's like...
I don't think it necessarily means... Just because you're naked doesn't necessarily mean you're...
Is it rude? What I'm thinking, though, with a nudist, is it rude to look at another nudist, or is that normal?
I think they're quite comfortable with being nudes. Yes, I think you're
But
right.
is it inappropriate to look?
I'm not a nudist, Ben, so that's simply why we need some to call right now. 13 24 10. If you're a nudist, please give us a buzz. We have a lot of questions for you. Shaz, good morning. You're a nudist.
I am. Good morning, boys.
So, what made you become a nudist, Chaz?
Nothing made me become a nudist. I think I've been a nudist most of my life. In my family, it was just perfectly normal for us to be naked around the house.
So so it's just around the house. Like, do you sort of work like in town or something? Do you have to wear clothes for that, or do you work in a place?
I definitely have to wear clothes I'm a trainer, so I train adults, and I definitely have to be clothed to do that.
How annoying!
Oh, absolutely. But, as a nudist, I really do like to dress. I'm a girl. I like to be a girly girl.
Okay.
But, when women come home, the first thing that usually comes off is their bra. Well, not for me. It's everything. Just everything comes off.
And so where are the places you can get nude? Like, obviously we know Maslin's Beach here in South Australia, but where else can you get nude?
There are actually quite a lot of places in South Australia. In fact, across Australia, there are quite a few nudist resorts, nudist clubs.
Okay.
And you can, if you get into those little hidey spots where no one's around, you can do it too. Look, I get naked in my backyard. I get naked at home. I have friends who are nudists. So when we go around to their house, we can, get naked as well. So
Right. So when do you how sometimes it's rude to walk into someone's house with shoes on? Do you sort of walk into your nudist friend's house and go, good to see you, Jan, and then you just strip down at the front door and leave your clothes there and you walk in and have some chips and dips?
Sometimes we do. In my house, when my children, when my son brings people home, he'll come down, knock on the door and look in and go, yep, she's naked. And I'll go, okay, so do I need to put something on? Are they too worried? Mum, I've told them all about you. It's okay. So it's like,
Shaz, forgive me if I'm speaking out of school here, but
No.
so let's say you go around a friend's house and they're nudists and you're nudist and everyone's nude. Does that turn into like some kind of swinger deal, or is it purely platonic?
No, it is purely platonic. Look, I'm not going to say, because there are places out there where you can go and do that and have a swingers deal. And you know what? I've done it in my past, so it's not a problem. But most of my friends who are nudists, we just go and we enjoy each other's company. We might have some drinks and dips and nibbles and, watching something, but we are just naked because it's the way we like it.
Are you allowed to look?
My other question was going to be, is it encouraged or is it frowned upon to look at another nudist?
Okay, it's not encouraged because it is not... Being naked is not necessarily sexy. I'm going to say that right up, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fully aware of that. I've seen myself in the mirror, Shaz. I know.
Yeah. So you can have sex without being naked.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's not encouraged to look, and don't tell me that we don't look, because I'm going to tell you, look, I'll look, and you do because you're one of those things, but you don't look at it in a sexy way, and you don't take it as a sexy way, but if you happen to be a gentleman, and unfortunately gentlemen cannot hide their arousal.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Right? So basically what we do is we suggest that they sit down, put something over it until it subsides, or put their shorts back on, or trousers on, and just don't make a big thing of it.
Right.
If you do become aroused,
yes,
you then have to go sit down with a towel.
I like the idea.
Well, it is not the done thing to walk around with a...
Yes, of course.
What they call a stiffy, I guess, which shows, that's what it is. It's just... look, I'm a member of a club, and I've been a member for over 9 years now, and I can honestly say I've never seen one.
Okay, that's good. It's good to know. Because no one wants to be sat in the corner with the towel of shame on because everyone else knows. Gary, you're back at your old tricks, are you?
Well, I wonder if it's a sign of strength or weakness if you're walking around with one.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, guys, you don't have control over it. It's a mind thing. But it's when you go to a club, your mind is in a completely different mindset. You're not there for sex, and you're not looking at sexy bodies. And honestly, not all bodies are sexy. We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
And you just said, look, our club is like if you think of it like a big 4 holiday park, but no one's got no clothes on.
Yeah, and so at these sort of clubs, is
Stay
there...
away from the trampolines.
Yeah, is there
No.
activities? Do you play
we do have a trampoline, but it's for the kids, not for us.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, is there any, like, do you play, like, sport and stuff, or...?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have a swimming pool, we have a tennis court, we have a mini tennis court, we play clomp, we play pétanque,
Pétanque,
all sorts of things.
strong.
Yes, I love that. I'd love if you're like, what are you up to? I'm going to play some nude pétanque, actually, this weekend. Yeah. Well, Shaz, I mean, you've answered all of our questions. Actually, bar one. Are there any franchises that do nude nights? I sort of talked about this idea of like a cinema.
There has been.
Have you done that before?
Yes, we have. There were, pre-COVID, there were quite a few. We used to run things like the Nude Olympics down at Maslin's.
Yeah.
We had nude pub lights. There's always on the fringe a nude cabaret where some of the performers come and do their acts in the nude for us.
Well, so I suppose if it's actually good. Like, imagine if you're getting a fringe show ready, and they, that old saying goes, imagine everyone in the crowd is nude.
Yeah.
And that's probably a good way for people to break in some of their new material.
Oh, well, actually, it's normally about towards the end, but yeah, we're nude, they're nude, everyone's nude. It's really great fun.
Hey, well, Shaz, thank you so much for shedding some light on the whole nudist thing for us this morning. It's been very interesting.
No problem. You're welcome.
And we'll let you in on a little secret. We're currently nude. We're not Sharon, but I thought I'd put that visual out there.
Actually, Sharon, are you nude right now?
I am.
Sharon's been nude this whole time. Well, good on you. Sounded relaxed. Maybe we should try it sometime.
Ben and Liam, it's like dopamine for your ears.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
We got 5 questions. You get them all right, you get to choose the next song we play.
Also, just for getting on air, 13-24-10, you'll be in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K. G'day, Sean. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, that's about how he is.
Oh, so damn good. Let's kick into it, mate. Aldi has been voted as Australia's best supermarket. Can you finish the Aldi slogan? Good.
Different.
He's good. He's
It's
listened to Nova.
It's impressive, isn't it? Because it's a pretty in the grand scheme of things, a pretty new company, and yet that slogan is burnt into my brain.
They got creative ads, though.
They do have the best ads.
Aldi, good, different. Okay, there's a new Mario Kart track coming out that's set in Sydney. Can you name one Mario Kart character?
Mario.
Can you
Probably
name
the
it?
easiest one.
Yeah. Can you name another one? Make it a little bit harder for you.
Luigi.
Okay, you go on the top 2. Can I push you for a third?
Peach.
Very
Yeah,
good.
he knows his stuff. Would have also accepted a Bowser. Is it Yoshi or Yoshi?
Yoshi, definitely not Yoshi.
Yeah, I didn't get to play a lot of Mario Kart with my friends. They didn't let me pick the cool characters.
I'm a Wario man myself.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Waluigi guy.
Okay.
Scientists are baffled as it seems the Earth is spinning faster than usual, meaning days could actually be shorter than we think they are. How many days are in a leap year, Sean? A leap year?
365.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
That's a usual year. Bella from Clovelly Park. How many days are in a leap year?
356.
That's the one. Adelaide 500 tickets are said to be the cheapest in a decade. Please make the sound of your car.
You might want to go to a mechanic, Bella.
Sounds like you need to go to our friends at Automasters to fix that one. Okay, a Blink-182 reunion is on the cards after the band members teased it on Instagram. This is exciting. Can you finish these lyrics?
Surprises, let me know she cares. Say it ain't so, I will not go.
Turn the lights on, carry me home.
Oh, I don't think I can accept that, Bella.
So damn close, Bella. So damn close, but on a technicality.
Yeah.
The lights were not turned on.
Yeah.
Trudy. Trudy, you a big Blink fan?
No.
Oh,
No,
you
I'm
sure? Do you have tattoos like Travis Barker?
No.
Well, Trudy, let's see how you
Do
go
you
with
wear
this.
3/4 jeans?
Surprises, let me know she cares. Say it ain't so, I will not go.
Turn the lights off, carry me home.
I knew you were a big fan, Trudy. Do you hang out at the skate park?
Yeah.
You do? All right, Trudy, you get to choose
No,
the
I
next
don't.
song we play. Now, I reckon I've got an absolute belter lined up for you this morning. You can't go past my choice for the 610 quiz. Sean Mullins.
Oh, Sean Mullins was in South Australia for the Guitar Festival 10 years ago. I went to see him play that acoustically. Amazing. Truly great artist. Doesn't have a lot of other stuff in the arsenal, I must admit, Mullins. You're really going to see him mainly for Lullaby. Or do you like sort of this upbeat, sort of catch-up-y sort of stuff, Trudy?
Destiny's in your hands, Trudy. Which song do you want to hear for the 610 quiz this morning?
I don't mind either, but I'll go Sean Mullins.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Look, everyone's a winner today.
This takes me back 10 years ago to that guitar festival. I got so angry last night, Liam, I almost got a divorce.
Well, I mean, that's pretty early. I mean, you've only been married for 3 months. Surely
Yeah.
you could look past whatever it is.
Well, let me tell you the story first and you can decide. So I'm a pretty competent person, at least I thought I was. I popped to the shops last night to buy a few things and I text my wife, Sam, and I said, do you want anything? And she texts back, yes, please. Can you please grab me some kimchi?
Okay, well, that...
Where would you even find that?
I don't know what... You'll actually have to refresh me on what kimchi is.
Kimchi's like, it's a Korean dish and it's like fermented cabbage. She loves it.
So, you go to a Korean place for that, or you can get
I was
that
I was at Woolworths.
Do they have it?
Well, these are all the questions I'm having in my brain.
Yeah, kimchi, I feel like I've seen it on a menu, but I don't think I
Yeah.
know what it is.
So I start going, kimchi. Like, I feel like I know where most things are in the supermarket. I go pretty often, but I had no idea where to even start. I looked on that little sheet of paper, you know, that little aisle sheet, and it tells you where the stuff is.
I've not even seen that.
You didn't know they had
I didn't
that?
know that was an option.
So it's a little cheat sheet. So if you're like, oh, where are the eggs?
Yeah.
On the end of all the aisles, there's a little sheet, and it says where, like, the bread and the eggs are, but
Oh,
it
that's
doesn't say where the kimchi is.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of fermented aisle?
Well, here's the thing. So after about 10 minutes of walking around, I asked a staff member for help, and they took me to the kimchi. Turns out it was next to the eggs.
Okay, well, how does that have a link at all?
I don't know, but it was next to the eggs. But the debacle continues, okay, because there was two sizes of kimchi. So there was a 1.5 kilo tub and there was a kilo tub. So I took a photo, sent it to Sam, said, which one do you want? She replied, that's the wrong kimchi. What do you mean that's the wrong kimchi? How many kimchis are there?
What's the difference between the kimchi you're eating and this kimchi in front of me?
Well, she said that one's not vegan. I wanted the vegan one. I said, you're not even vegan.
Yeah.
She said, no, it tastes better.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, you've had so much of this kimchi that you've been able to sort of work out which ones you're enjoying.
So I said, where's that? And she said, well, that's in the meat-free section. So I said, okay. So I went to the meat-free section. Lo and behold, there's the vegan kimchi. Now, there's a few different brands of vegan kimchi.
I'd imagine the stock's like all there to, there wouldn't be too many people
Yeah.
reaching for the vegan kimchi.
So I took a photo, sent that to her and said, which one do you want? And then my phone rings and she says, oh, are you at Woolworths? The one I want's at Tony and Mark's.
What?
So at this point I was absolutely furious. And I said, okay, I'll go get that one. And she said, no, don't worry about it. Just come. She could tell I was getting frustrated. She said, don't worry about it. Just come home. I said, no, we've come this far. I'll go and get the effing kimchi.
You're about to boot 1.5 kilos of kimchi across aisle 6.
So I stomped over to Tony and Mark's. I find the vegan section. I find the kimchi. I grab it. I don't take a photo of it because I'm so furious. I don't double check. I'm fed up by this point. I get home. I slam it down on the counter. I say, there's your vegan kimchi, honey. And she looks at it and says, what's that? That's not vegan kimchi. And then I look at it closer and turns out I'd bought kimchi-flavoured sauerkraut.
Yeah, that's not fun. When you've got a hankering for kimchi, I don't think the kimchi-flavoured sauerkraut is really going to do it for you. But that's the thing. I mean, I got asked to buy cauliflower a couple of weeks ago, and I came back with a cabbage.
Yeah.
But they kind of look the same if you sort of, because the leaves sort of, and they were sort of next to each other on the table.
Yeah.
Yes, what a funny story.
Interest rates going up again this month, Liam, 4 months in a row. Have you fixed yet, or are you still variable?
I'm waiting for it to come down, guys. So, yeah, gone variable. Is everyone, raise their hands. Everyone fixed here?
Well, I'm fixed. Andy's fixed. Producer Bell's fixed. You're the only one that hasn't fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, when you're fixed high and it comes back down, I will be the one laughing.
But I fixed like 4 months ago.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm maybe I have to climb a little bit more. But, yeah, no, I will get it. It's on my list of things to do. So I'm sure it is on a lot of people's lists.
Right now, 13, 24, 10. Do you have Adelaide's longest name? Ben, you want to have kids next year is the plan, hopefully. You've thought of a few baby names?
Yep, we got a couple locked in.
Would they just have like one middle name?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, definitely one middle name, maybe two, but definitely no more than two.
Yeah. Well, I'm a baby so nice to name me thrice. I'm Liam Peter James Stapleton. You are Ben John Harvey.
Yep.
So I've got one more name than you. I think four is excessive. Like, even when you're writing it on forms, it's like, geez, it's a lot.
Yeah, I think it's excessive, but it's definitely not uncommon to have 4.
Well, imagine having 27 middle names.
That is ridiculous.
That's what this hippie kid's got now. His parents are, they're not wearing shoes, but they have let all their friends choose a middle name.
What?
And they're quite well known. So they've actually got 27 close friends. So their son Dita has 27 middle names, and each of their friends have said, "Oh, why don't you use this as a middle name?" And they've gone, "Yep."
Have set that child up for a lifetime of never being able to fill forms out properly because there's not enough space.
His passport's going to have to be A2.
That's ridiculous.
Dita is the first name. Yeah. Some of the middle names we've got: Storm, Thunder, Cloud, Fire, Flight, Ambrose, Elijah, Food. Bird, hawk, wind,
what?
Ocean.
What?
List goes on. I don't know who picked food.
Food?
What about food?
They panicked.
Why? I don't know. I was just eating lunch at the time. But yeah, 29 names all up. Now, I know we're not going to get there, but I think anything more than 5 is pretty crazy. Mel in Seaford, do you believe you have Adelaide's longest name?
Not really, but I do have a long name, a little bit of a mouthful.
Okay, hit us.
So Melissa, Veronica, Belinda, Shackelford.
Shackelford, 1 or 2 words? 1.
1 word.
So that's 4.
That's 4. That's the same as me. Yeah. You're not going to win. I reckon someone's got more than that.
It's definitely longer than Liam's in terms of letters.
It sounds longer, for sure.
Yeah.
Belinda Veronica is more than Peter James.
I must admit, I don't think we're going to be 5. I think 5.
There's so many more. Because if you have split family and you've got the hyphenated last name, and then there's like different cultures with like longer names and longer last names.
I don't think we'll get more than 5 names this morning.
Try and prove Ben wrong. We're looking for Adelaide's longest name. Obviously, no one's going to have 29 names unless this kid calls through. But
this is an over listener.
13, 24, 10. We are looking for Adelaide's longest name this morning.
Hi, my name is
Liz. Pretty short name. I'm sure it's shortened though, but Liz, is this your name? Is it the longest?
Hi, no, it's my daughter's.
Okay.
Right. Okay,
what
so
is it?
you're responsible for this long name. You were the one doing the naming.
Yes.
All right, I'm ready. Hit
Let
me.
it rip.
So it's Leah-Jade. Her middle name is Rose, and her last name is Pinnock-Holyoke.
Okay.
So how many is that?
Like
Was that 5 or 6?
That's 5.
5.
That's 5. But like with double hyphen, like hyphen first name and hyphen last name.
Is it because you and your partner's last names are hyphened? Is that where that hyphen comes from?
Yeah, me and her father, yeah.
Yep, and then the first name, you just went for a double name with a hyphen.
Has it ever happened? And it might happen more in the future when people aren't, swapping over the name and they want to have a hyphen name. If you've got 2 parties with a hyphen name, does that mean their kid could have a quadruple hyphen?
It's a great point.
Like Jones, Harvey, Miller, Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you've got the quad hyphen.
Where does it end?
Do you end up with 8 hyphen if you meet another person with a quad hyphen?
Oh, man, I really hope we got a quad hyphen on the line next. Yasmin from Ingle Farm. Do you believe you have the longest name in the state?
Hi, Ben and Liam. Yeah, I've got a really long name. So my name's Yasmin Mary Madeline Jade Silvestri.
Is that 6?
5.
5.
So we
Okay.
Yeah,
obviously
Brindle
can't
name.
count, but like you sort of get lost around 3 or 4 for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty long.
Yeah.
All right. April from Prospect. This is your nana. So a bit of a different time. You believe she has the longest name.
Yeah, I think she does. So her name is Johanna Maria Emanuela Henrietta Van Roy.
Again,
That's awesome.
it's hard to count. 7 or 6?
6.
6. That's the longest we've had.
It's coming at us so fast. It's coming at us so fast. We've been told that we have someone that's just going to blow us out of the water.
Yep.
Sarah in Mount Barker. This isn't you. This is your grandfather. So obviously born in a different time. Was he born here in Australia?
No, he was born in Holland.
In Holland. Okay. So you've got a Dutch granddad. Is he still with us?
No, unfortunately.
Can you say the entire name, or do you struggle to say the whole thing?
No, I can't say the whole name. I can probably give you the first 5 or 6 names.
Go for the say as much as you can, and then we'll find out how many names are in there.
Okay, sure. Jacobus Gerardus Alphonsus Susanna Maria Van Wyck.
Whoa. And then how many? That's what you know, but how many in
That's
total?
all I know. But he actually had 7 names.
27.
27.
Yeah. When he migrated to Australia, he had to condense his name because it wouldn't fit on the documentation to move to Australia.
Oh, man.
Do you know why he had so many names, Sarah?
I think it was a cultural thing. Like, as you heard, names as well. So it's like a tribute to his mother and grandmother, and then grandfather's side of the family as well. So they all just all in there honouring.
Yeah.
And Sarah, I mean, you mentioned your granddad's unfortunately passed away, but that would have been a nightmare for the family having to pay for all those letters on the stone as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking 27 names.
When you pay him per letter.
It's kind of like that thing when you get a name printed on the back of your shirt and you're like, I'll just get one of the players with a smaller name.
I also think you got 27 names and you're doing it to tribute to your mum and your nana and your dad or whatever. I feel like it loses a bit because
if everyone's
getting one, it's not important.
That's it, yeah. Like, as I said, your future son, if Liam's in there, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you had, if it was like Keith, producer Andy, producer Bell, Liam, Abby, the newsreader, Harvey, then I'd go, well, it's not a special, you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Peace up, Podtown.
Now, Liam, I think you can agree with me. One of the best things about working in radio is when someone calls up and they say, "G'day, Ben and Liam, long-time listener, first-time caller." That's why we've invented this.
Nova Virgin, calling for the very first time.
Yeah, 13 24 10. If you've never called a radio station before, get in touch. Renee, that's you. You've never called up.
No, I've never gotten through before.
Oh, man. So you've tried. The intention was there. Cool.
Are you normally calling for, like, competitions or for, like, talkback?
Bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's interesting, because talkback, the phones can be very quiet.
Yeah.
I really struggle to find how it would be hard for you to get through.
Competitions, on the other hand, they fill up.
Yeah, they fill up real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
So have you sort of been listening to Nova for a while, or do you sort of flick around, or...?
I've been listening for about a year on my way to work every day because I used to drive an hour to work.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And, it's just Nova. I don't really know any other radio channels.
So what are your listening hours? I'm curious. Like, on an average day, what time do you start listening? When do you stop listening?
So around when I head to the gym, so probably about 5 o'clock, and then when I get to work at about 8:30.
Oh, geez.
That's a lot of radio.
So you're getting Producer Bell's early breakfast. So you're pretty much
Yeah,
you're hearing stuff, and then you're hearing Bell replaying the stuff the next morning. Is that right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you'd hope you like it the first time.
Renee, this is always a fun game we can play within the segment. Who's speaking to you right now?
Oh, I don't know. Say that again.
Who's speaking to you right now?
Liam?
What'd you say? Say it again.
It almost sounded like you said both names.
Yeah. Who did you say?
Liam?
No.
Oh.
So you've been listening for a year, can't tell us apart. That's sort of normally the case. I'm Liam, sort of speaking now. A little more nasally.
Is there anything you'd like us to do more of or less of? Like when you think about things you don't like or things you do like?
I like the Forbidden Folder.
Yep.
Oh, yes. We got a good one this morning.
Yeah.
Lined up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Anything that we could probably park?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'd love if you said this. Well, hey, Renee, thank you for coming on. And now you've called up, you can call as many times as you want.
Absolutely. And hey, if you ever want to be the Nova Virgin pre-7 a.m, we'd love to get you on and meet you. You can text us 0400 919 919.
We'll fling you a goodie bag as well, Renee, full of sunscreen, frisbee, Ben Lame chapstick, and a headphone cover, as I've learned. Not actual headphones, just a cover for AirPods. Have you got AirPods, Renee, out of interest?
I don't know.
Okay, well, when you get some, you'll be able to put the little cover on.
Hey, Abby, what's coming up next in the Nova News?
I want you to have a little think about this morning. How do you get undressed? Because I think I might be doing it a little bit weird. Ben, how are you getting undressed after a long, hard day?
Well, I guess I would take my shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I've got a belt on, I'd take my belt off.
Yeah.
Shoes, obviously, they'd come off first. If I had shoes on, they'd be the first thing to come off.
First thing.
So shirt, belt, pants, socks, then underwear.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'm going shirt off first. The same in that regard.
Tick.
Then the jeans.
Yep.
Then the jocks. Socks last.
Socks last.
So there is a point in my process where I'm starkers and I'm wearing socks. And that's where the problem lies with other people in my household.
Yep.
It's not a great look.
Pretty daggy.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, especially if like something pops up in that moment and I've got to go do something like, I just brush my teeth, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking around.
Yeah.
With the socks on. And look, when I'm getting dressed, what I do is I go shirt first.
That's super weird.
So
the feeling of having a shirt on,
yeah,
with no pants or underwear is strange.
So I've just always done it this way. I go shirt first, and I look like the crazy frog with his tackle hanging out.
Yeah.
Then socks, then jocks, then jeans.
That's super weird. Definitely socks first. Like the first thing I do if I've had a shower in the morning, getting ready, socks go on first.
Hang on. So, but then you're saying my way is weird, but there is also a point in your process at some point in the day when you've got socks and nothing else on.
Oh, no, underwear would be on.
Okay, so
underwear would be on.
Underwear first.
Then socks.
Now you're backtracking. So I think you're just like me. I think you love running around in the nude with your socks on.
You've got to put underwear on, then socks. That way your pants go on super easy, and then you put the shirt on, and then the jumper.
What I hate is socks after pants. That's not an option for me.
That's-
If you've got like jeans or something, it's sort of like, it just fits better if you can just put your foot through and the sock's already on. Yeah. Wouldn't it be wild if you put your jocks on after you had your jeans and socks on?
Superman.
That'd be interesting. Hey, 13, 24, 10. How do you get undressed? I don't know, there's only a few combinations, really.
Then again, maybe there's some wild ones
Maybe
out there. Maybe there's some combinations we haven't even thought of.
I've been told my way's weird, but it's just the way I do it. But there is no real like textbook. It's not like you get taught by the book. Everyone just sort of, you get dressed in your own way.
It's personal preference. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah. How do you get undressed, Kirsty? How are you doing it?
Oh, look, I'm in total and utter agreement, especially in this weather. You can't go stockless.
Yeah, but you're fully naked, so what is the...
but that's all right, whatever. I mean, I've got a 7-year-old, so I can get interrupted at any time. So basically, if my feet are cold, the rest of me's cold.
I see. So that's it. You're keeping some of the heat in through the feet. Okay, maybe I'm not as weird after all.
Well, let's find out. Julie and Findon, good morning. How do you get undressed?
Good morning, guys. Well, I take my jeans off. I just hook my thumbs in, pull them all off, which is great, time efficient, except... sometimes I forget to extract my knickers and been walking along with a girlfriend, all of a sudden out the bottom of my jeans falls out.
I see. So are you saying in one swift move you are taking off the undergarments and the jeans all in one?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You know what? And the socks, you would think the socks would also come off in that same go. So
if you could really get your thumbs in quick enough, in one movement.
Yeah.
If you were quick enough, if you jumped back on the bed, you could almost get rid of all three at the same time. Now that is efficient.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Ben, we are joined now by our producer, Belle.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter. Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well Adelaide's Kyle Chalmers has had a historic finish in the men's 100 metre freestyle. He won gold, congratulations, but he did finish and actually turned straight to the camera and put a finger up to his mouth in a shush kind of way.
Yeah, I like that though from Kyle, silencing the haters, saying media, Get out of my face.
Yep, so that's why. So if you're not aware, the last 24 or 48 hours, really, we've been talking about how Kyle has been saying that it's been, quote, hell from him because of the media talking about Emma and Cody.
Imagine if it was actually just he was shushing the person in lane 2 because they were being a bit noisy. You're hurting my ears. This is about me. Shh.
No, he said after he thought about it, he thought about what he was going to do, and instead of doing the old muscle flex, he told Channel 7 that he instead was going to do the shush.
You know what would have been a stronger message? Just double bird.
Yeah. They had to blur it out because their children aren't allowed to see it.
And BTS fans... Obviously, we know BTS, the biggest boy band in the world, and now they've released their own coffee. Coles are the only ones stocking it,
This is
apparently,
so
at the moment. Some BTS fans absolutely rushed to Coles. It was released. There's 2 types of coffee. There's a ready-to-drink vanilla latte and a cold American brew.
BTS fans even allowed to drink coffee? Do they have to ask their mum first?
That's true.
Also, wild how BTS, because they also had the Macca's meal, so you know who's going to have the Coles coffee next. It's going to be the Kid Leroy coffee meal. You'll be able to go in there. I love how corporate they've become.
And finally, musical fans, there is a musical hitting Melbourne about Billy Brownless.
What's going on?
His marriage falling apart.
Because Billy is our friend, and if we drink with Billy, our friendship's on the
This is causing controversy. If you're not a footy head, Billy Brownless and Gary Lyon, their friendship, their best mates, fell apart a fair few years ago because Billy Brownless's wife left him for Gary.
Yeah, look, it's a touchy situation. I think, obviously it was kind of horrible for them. Very awkward to watch, I think, for the rest of the nation. Don't know if it's great fodder for a musical.
So the creators have said they took inspiration years ago when it first happened. They started writing the musical. Like I said, it's coming in a few weeks to Melbourne. And they have said that they didn't mean any offence by it and that they are hoping... they were trying to be respectful, and they hope that Billy and Gary and Nikki will like
they'll probably be in the front row. No, I reckon they'll think it's so funny. Yeah, very respectful of them. You've also heard of Chicago. They're doing Snowtown next. And Ben Cousins on ice. A Disneyland in Aldinga? Well, that's the headline in the paper. So Ben and I decided to dig a little deeper.
A special Ben and Liam investigation.
It's been a while, Liam, since you and I have put on the journalist caps.
Yeah, well, I went to university for 6 weeks.
You studied media.
Yeah, well, I rubbed shoulders with a lot of people doing journalism degrees, and I passed on a thing or two to you. So, but that didn't stop us from digging into many things in the past. And look, where there's smoke, there's normally fire, and there is genuinely, you can look this up. There's rumours about a Disneyland in Aldinga of all places. It does seem a little wild. I mean, if there was going to be one, you'd think maybe the Gold Coast, or even if it was in South Australia, it'd be maybe closer to Adelaide. But Aldinga, why? I don't know. Well, Ben and I thought we needed to get to the bottom of it.
First up in our investigation, we decided to call the Aldinga Servo to see if they noticed any suspicious activity.
Hola, Aldinga, Ali speaking.
Ali, I don't want to scare you, but we're doing an investigative piece. Disneyland could be coming to Aldinga any day now. Just checking, at your servo, has any suits rolled through lately? Anyone looking like Disney?
Nothing out of the order. No.
Okay. You haven't seen anybody walking around with, mousy-looking features?
No.
Okay, no, Mickey. You haven't seen a frozen head, have you? The frozen head of Walt Disney?
No, I haven't.
Interesting. This could mean one of two things. Either Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen body was never in Aldinga, or they just didn't stop for petrol.
Next up, we decided to call the Aldinga residents.
I've got no idea what you're talking about, sorry.
No, sorry. No, I haven't, sorry.
Aldinga? No way, man.
Don't call me man. I'm a journalist.
Turns out the Aldinga residents didn't know a thing.
Unless they were being paid off by Mickey, a.k.a. Uncle Walt.
We decided to go straight to the top. The man who can't be bought. Our Premier,
Peter Malinauskas.
Hi, the person you have called is not available.
The Premier was ducking our calls. That could mean only one of two things.
He was either working on his rock hard abs, or he was currently in a meeting on a little teacup ride, selling our whole state to a multinational conglomerate.
That sounds scary.
It is, Ben. It is.
We went straight to the source. We'd had enough. We called Disneyland, California.
And spoke to the lady on the front desk.
Thank you for calling Guest Information and Ticket Sales. How may I assist?
Well, hi there. We're Ben and Liam. We're investigative journalists currently doing a piece on the Disneyland theme park coming to Aldinga, South Australia. Do you know anything about that?
We actually have no further information on that. We haven't heard anything yet.
So you're not saying no?
I am saying we don't have information at this time.
There's a Disneyland in Anaheim, Orlando, Paris, Shanghai, Hong Kong and Tokyo. You haven't seen any plans lying around for one to be built in Aldinga, or?
I cannot, I have no idea. It would be great, of course, but...
Starting to seem like there could be a Disneyland coming to Aldinga.
No, there isn't as of right now. We don't have any information on that. Thank you very much for calling Disney. Hope you have a magical day. Take care.
Why, thank you, ma'am. We did have a magical day. For journalism, that is.
So in summary, we learnt... What did we learn, Liam?
Yeah, there's a potential that there could be a... No one really gave us a straight answer.
I don't think there is.
We put a fair bit of work into it, so I don't know. She was definitely gave us the wrap up there at the end, though.
I think she was nervous because she was being recorded.
Yeah, that does tend to scare people sometimes.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.